So in the last class, we had discussion about the what we have done here, the data lookup and the priority lookup and that assignment lookup. We have done it. So today, what we can do is we have to what we can say. Today we will discuss about the email notification. What is a notification and what is the purpose of it? A notification is nothing but which is giving some info. So for example, whenever if you withdraw money from ATM from your bank account, it will send a message you there is something money has been withdrawn from for so and so amount is pending remaining in account and from the ATM. And if you not done this transaction, please call the customer care support, something like they can provide a number. That means which they are giving some alert. For that alert is nothing but we are providing some info to the customer saying that something is happened on the your record. If it is a genuine or the correct one, you no need to worry. If that is not done, what we have to do is we can uh, so what we have to done is we will not what you can say we if you are the correct one, that's okay. If it is an unauthorized transaction, so the user can be immediately contact the customer care, will complain about the another that means we are providing some info to the customer if any transaction is done his account. That is in when come to the real time. If come to the banking account, so if come to the service now, if an incident is created, you need to know it, then incident has been created. Or if an incident is resolved, we will get. For example, if you see, whenever if you raise a Flipkart, if you done an order something, what happened? Your order XYZ order is placed it. So with the below details, something they can provide the same thing. Or else, if your order is delivered, also we will get a notification, right? That means we are aware of the transaction is done, which is a fun something. If that is not done, we can contact the customer care so that one. Similarly, in the service now, we have an option called email notification. There are two types of notifications here. One is SMS notification, email notification. For SMS, we need a gateway, something different, which we are not covering. But in the email notification, how you can configure? So first step, if you want to configure email notification, there are two types of email notifications. Paint is open. First one, inbound, outbound. Inbound is nothing but what are the emails which you are receiving. Outbound is nothing but what are the emails which you are sending. So in that is incoming. So what are the emails which you are receiving? Service now is called inbound actions. So that's a different topic, just forget about it. That is a different, I can cover it later. When come to the outbound, outbound is nothing but which we have to configuring the outbound notifications, which means the outbound is nothing but what are the emails which are sending from service now to other, we will call it as a outbound notifications for this one. That is a basic thing about the outbound notifications. Now the next step, so outbound, if you want to configure outbound, first we need to check for the outbound email configuration. This is a come to the email system properties and navigate to the email properties. From here we can learn it. Now these are the properties. First, these are all inbound email properties which we don't need right now. We can discuss this one later, that when the topic is come. But when come to the outbound, what we have to do it? Outbound is nothing but what are the emails which are sending from the service now to one, that is called here email sending is enabled, which means if email sending is enabled, if you click on s, oh my god, the emails will be sent. It was disabled earlier prior to, I think, Tokyo, around from September. Before to it, this button is enabled. What happened then? Emails will be sending out to the service now. But service now is having some payment to the email account, so that they have not configured this, they have disabled this feature. So earlier it was. Now send all email to this test email address. For example, whenever if you are doing a testing in the production, this should be enabled, this should be disabled, this should be empty, then the all emails will be go to there. But when come to the dev environment or test environment, in the dev or test, whenever we are doing a test, this is not visible to any user. Any user is nothing but in the dev what we will do. So in the dev, if this is enable, and we can write here what we call test, what we call the email address. What are the email address we have given? Those are all email addresses will go the emails will send to the this email ID. So please remember, I'm just waiting my email ID. My email ID, this one. So that means what are the testing emails? What are the in the dev or low? If we configure this one here, the all emails will go to the one instead of one. So whenever if you're doing a production, always check this should be enabled. If this is enabled, this should be empty in the prod. If it is a dev or test, without prior approval, you cannot enable the email notification in the dev or test. And if this is enabled, this should go before enabling. You should be filled by some email ID, or else all the emails will go to the actual users. So if they will be find it difficult whether it should be a correct one or a testing one, so that what happened, it may lead to the biggest escalation sometimes. So if you enable this one, then the company may terminate you from job also. So this is the very important feature, and this is a very simple but very important. So I'm configuring. So if you are enabling this email sending in dev or test in the real time in your environment, always this should be filled by some email ID, or else it should not be a it should be a problem for you. This one. Next one, append time zone to dates in the day sent email. That means what are the emails you have sent. If you want to add any time zone or date, you can add, which is in the configure one. And next one, create visible watermark in sent email. If false, create invisible watermark in the hidden tab. That means whenever if any email is sending out, it should be a what you called there is a watermark. Watermark is nothing but which is a unique one. Whenever if you are replying that email, the for example, see, you need see simple. We have seen it in the Flipkart. What we have done is, whenever if you created a record, whenever if you created an email, so they will send an email to us if you complain. If you reply the email, it should be update in the our record only. It should not update in the another record. So how the system will recognize, that means depending upon this watermark is a unique one, depending upon the depending upon the watermark, what is the watermark. So if depending upon this watermark, the system will identify what is the exactly, what we can say, the system will identify, so which record it has to update it. So this watermark is always, it's a best practice. Always you should be add in the watermark in the, this should be in the two. And next one, the recent email, if server returns these emails. So now, what happened? Recent. For example, whenever if you send an email, sometimes the email will not delivered, will come to us with the one. So if the email is coming from 420, sorry, 421, 450, 451, 452, so we need to resend the email. That will be the same thing. And if the email is coming from these codes, it will not be you cannot send the email. So this should be configured. If you want any from the exchange team, they can give you the codes, so you don't need to worry. Next one, recent email when server returns unknown SMTP. Other than these codes, if any is coming, it could be a, if you want to resend, we can use the same thing. Next one, what are the email activities? This I can show you when it comes to the incident module. So if the user is ITL and customer service underscore agent arrow have this send our emails, you can see in the email one. So this we cannot show you since it is showing in only on the real time. Next one, number of journal entries. Journal entries is nothing but what are the additional comments. Work notes will call as journal fields. So if it will not save it, it will update the record. How many you want to display, we can do the same thing. This is the basic properties you need to configure it. I hope till now you got it. Or any confusion about the only the properties? Only the properties you got it, or any confusion? Because this is the very what you call, this is the properties one time setup. Once we have went to the project is live, this we cannot touch it. Before the implementation of the project, this email configurations, the properties we will see it. This is a one time setup. If you set up one time, 99% you will not make it. In very rare condition you can send. Till now, to be honest, I never, once I have set up it, I never get a chance to configure these things in the production. If you want to dev, we can do anything in the dev or test, but if you're enabling email notification, this should be always filled by some any dummy email or any email ID. So if I give my email ID, what are the emails will come automatically to here. That's a basic thing. So very clear, when you're doing something, you should know the property. If you are enabling property, you should completely aware of it. What is the its functionality with it, whether it should be, does it should be affect any other thing. If that is not affect any other thing, it should not be a thing. This is the basic thing for about the one. So yeah, next step, if you go to the email, next step we need to configure email account. But the thing was here, the email accounts will be removed there due to the cost cutting. The ServiceNow has removed the email accounts. I think it's loading. See here the email account they have configured, but I'm not sure they have configured here not. There are the two email accounts we need to configure. First one is a POP3, second one is a SMTP. POP3 is nothing but post office protocol, which will work on the port number 110, which is used to receive the email IDs, receive the emails to the service now. So which we can cover this way later. And next one, SMTP. SMTP is nothing but simple mail transfer protocol. SMTP is nothing but simple mail transfer protocol, which is used to transfer the emails from ServiceNow to outside. This protocol will be used. This is the basic thing we can configure it. So if you want to send an email to ServiceNow in this instance, this email ID we need to do it, and what is the label we can configure it. These are all things. But right now, see, email sending property is disabled. So for example, we can click on the test connection. We can see here the connection successful, test connection. That means the email IDs which are given we can configure. So but in the real time you will configure this new email account. What is the email account type? So all will be here. Yep. No, 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 no. As a, for example, I will tell you, maybe you we are confusing email accounts. Let me, no, 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 wait, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, yeah, I will tell you. Okay, I'm just going to hit this is go to the email accounts. So these are all already given by the service now. The email ID is nothing but what we can say. So this is the pop-up. There is a two email accounts. Where is this emails? I think configuring that email accounts here they have not given any model. That's okay. We can go back. So the configuring email accounts is not there. See, this is the email accounts. So I'm just making this one as a favorite so that we will not miss anything. Email accounts. So the 1 minute, the email accounts, I'm just giving. So this is the email accounts. Whatever will happened is, these are the team. If you want, you can configure a new email account here. So here, what happened if you configure a new email account? The POP 3, which is a user to configure the email. POP 3 is nothing but post office protocol to receive the email ID. But if you go to the SMTP is used to simple mail transfer protocol, which is used to configure the emails sending out to the from the service now. Got it? I think any confusion. So if you want, you can configure from here. So if you are configure a new email account, so what is the unique email ID, password, they are all stuff. Those details it will be given by the messaging team. If you are configuring a new email, they can give you all the details. Without those details, we can. For example, if you are configuring a new, so for example, it's SMTP. SMTP. So the password, the server details they can give is username, password from email. These are all details they can given by the this team, messaging team. So you no need to worry about this. We can do it one. This is the main email accounts and the properties. This is the basic thing. And the next step is nothing but what are the emails, how we can configure the email notification. Now what happened? We just enable the properties and we just what you can say. See if you open this one. These are all this one. So now what happened? I'm just going to here emails. So here we have a notifications. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disable all the out of the box notification on the incident table, and we can configure our one. So the table is incident. Still loading this. Now what I'm going to do is so I'm going to disable this all new notification, and I can so around it was there. So this is the one. So right now what happened? We have all disabled all the email notification incident, and we can configure a one custom email. So I'm just going to new. So I'm just clicking on the new. So still it is loading. Oh my god. See, I'm just configuring whenever I'm just showing whenever if an incident is created. So what we have to do is we should what I can say, whenever if an incident is created, we should send an email notification to the caller email ID. So here, so still it is loading. This is uploading. That's the issue. It is killing the bandwidth. So whenever if you are configuring a email notification, so the main thing is we need to check it when to send, who will receive, and what it contains. So I'm just writing incident created. Oh my god, still not reloading. I'm just reload. Oh my god. Oh my god, what happens? Just wait, I will change the Wi-Fi. Just give me a minute, guys. Yeah, I think I have some Wi-Fi issue. So I'm just creating here. The incident is created. So I'm just writing here. Incident created. Here the table is here. Categories here we can write it. So whenever if you're configuring a email notification, so whatever we have to do, first two tips. When to send, that means when we need to send an email notification. And next step, who will receive that email notification and what it contains. That means what is the mail body and mail subject. So forget about who will receive and what it contains. Now we can just send. So record inserted or updated. Event is triggered. That is a trigger. These are two different things which we can cover later. That is a separate concept. So if inserted here, if the record is inserted or updated, that means whenever if your inserted incident is created, we need to send an email to user stating that incident has been created. That incident confirmation, so that we can give the only inserted and insert created, and we can do it now here. And if you want to, for example, I'm just making state is new. State is new. And the next step, who will receive? Who will receive? So if you have any static user, we can give the same scenario. But we don't know, right, who will win the caller field. It should be a dynamic, right? If it is a dynamic, sorry, go ahead. No, 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 wait. No, no, no. What I am saying is, no, no, wait. So here, if you want to a user which is in the static user, there are two users, the dynamic user and static user. So now, what is our goal? Whenever if you send an email, the user is nothing but the caller has to receive email notification. For example, you are a IT support desk guy. He is called you. He is the user is called you, and he is saying that he is some XYZ problem. So what happened? You have created on behalf of him the create incident. So you should know the incident details, right? What is the incident number? What is the incident something confirmation mail? So at that time we will send an email notification. So you don't know right which user called. If you want a static user, if you want to go any particular user, we can configure the users from here. But we don't know right which user will go it. It's a dynamic user, right? Or if you want to go any static group, we can configure the group here. Or if you want to go anyone one, or since it is a static group, dynamic one, so here we have an option called users or groups in fields. If you click on here, there is an option called caller. Just pick it and lag here and support it. That's enough. So whoever in the caller field will automatically will receive the ATM notification. Or else if you want to go assignment group, also assignment group will go it and go it. That means the assignment group people will receive the email notification. At the same time, caller will receive the notification. But if, since it is a caller, we no need assignment group. That I will give you as a task. You can guys can do it. And next one, this is the when to send and who will receive. Next one, yeah, good. No, no, we can. No, 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 that's a different story. We have right now. What I'm saying is just that is a we can trigger from the events that I can cover it later. I told you right. This events sent to the event creator. That's a different one. Now, what I'm suggesting. So we will just right now. What is our goal here? If you have what whenever if the incident is created, we have sending a email notification to the caller. This is the one we are configuring. Later we can get update how we can do it. So for the updated people, if you want to save it, that we can get from the events that we can cover in the coming classes, not now. Okay, no worries. Anyhow, that's a good question. Who will receive? We are seeing caller, and here what it contains. What it contains is nothing but what is the mail subject, what is the mail body. So mail subject is nothing but so incident. I'm just making incident. After that incident number, right? You don't know what is the incident number, correct? The incident number is a dynamic field. If you want to dynamic field, you just use the dollar and the braces. The number field backend value is the number we can write has been created. Incident number has been created, the same thing. So the incident number has been created. So you can say so that the user will see it. Now this is the main subject, or else on behalf of you, an incident has been created. So I'm just writing on behalf of you, incident has been created, or else an incident has been created for you. Something like you can write a subject, anything as per the our convenient. And the next step here, the mail body, message body, where a message HTML is nothing but the mail body. What is the mail body? What it has to contains? So here, what we can do is, so we need to call the caller. So we can say that dear caller the dear Abel shooter. So there is an incident has been configured with the below details. So I'm just making dear. So we don't know the caller field, right? Here we can go here, plus symbol. So if you want to go for the caller, whoever the caller, for example, if you give like this one and remove this one. So what is the name in the node? It will print here. Dear caller, an incident has been created and created with the below details. So we want to order this one. So for example, if you need a category, you just click here. It will come to the category. Next one. After that category, so you need a subcategory also. For example, this is for just for our understanding. Subcategory, and after that category, subcategory, short description, and what are the fields you want to we can write here. Short description and the priority. So with these four details. So these four details we have written, and also we need a something signature. Thanks and regards. Thanks and regards. IT global IT supporters. Supporters. If you want any resolution, any if you have any queries, please reach out. Reach us on 1800 1800 987 or draw support at the rate globalit.com, something like if you want to you can drop an email like this one, and if you save this one, it will be saves the record. Now see here, you can see notification when to send the notification. These are all the only then admin can do the same thing. Now we have configured email, and if you check the preview, Just click on the preview notification. It should be comes like this one. Just only the preview. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to create an incident and let's see what it happens, whether the email is coming or not. New, and I am just giving as a able tutor. It's not able, okay, sorry. Able tutor is a common one, so we can pick any other random user. Andrew Roach. I'm just picking, or Andrew Jackson, something Andrew Jackson. Category is hardware, network, sorry, DNS. Services, something SSB. Thing for email address, and we'll give. I'm just going to the priority is high, medium, priority is one, and this is go to the network group. This one, and save this one. Now what happened? An email has been configured here. So an email has been created. Sorry, an incident has been created. So as per our system, this email has to send to the Andrew Jackson. So you just go to the emails. See, this is the Andrew Jackson. So this was. So because why? Because this email will not be sent to us since that email account is disabled here. That's the reason it will not send here. The email is sent ready and the notification is here, and whatever it may be the same thing. If you it's the email subject on behalf of the incident number is automatically printed here. It will be the same thing. And if you check this one preview email, see Andrew Jackson has been incident has been created with the below details. So what are we have given? Testing for email address or high priority. Thanks and regards we have given. Category, subcategory is automatically printed here. So now here the incident you want to this incident number has been automatically here the dynamic number is static number is coming. But if whenever if you click on that incident number, you need to redirect to the page. If you want to do incident, I'm just making here dollar. I'm sorry. REF. Here, this should be the URI REF. So now what happened if I created email? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create an incident again. So 16 here I'm just going to the different number come able tutor and category is software and that is a email. I'm just taking a service is a different SFE financial test. I'm not reading on both is low and this one, and I'm going to save this email. Let's see what happens. So it will take some time. See incident has been created with the see the able tutor. The recipient is nothing but whoever the recipient here, the email subject this one, and if you go to the preview email, it should be the one. Oh my god, it should redirect to the incident, but here in the incident the display is changed. Let me, the display of the field is different, that's the reason it was showing as a this name, but it should show as a number. I'm just going to here, just give a minute. Okay, let me open that incident. But this is the one of the interview question. I just want to populate the incident display, so that what we can do is, if you want to dollar URI ref, we need to use that as keyword dollar, sorry, dollar open brace URI underscore ref. That should be the same for it. So if you open this one, I think this is no. Okay, I'm just going to create one dictionary over it, since the incident is not there. So it is getting something incident override display value. Invalid insert. I think they have already written override. Okay, maybe I think something is going wrong. I can check you later this one. But in the meantime, so if you want to print the incident URL number, you can go to this one. This is the incident number. We can go for a one. So if you open this, open by, I don't think, display is false. Yes. See here the display values we have given as a true. That's the reason is coming. Now if you reload, now if I am creating a new incident here, just check it. So I'm not giving here, I'm just giving Angelo, categories hardware, memory. So now let's see what the email is going on. It will take 2 to 3 minutes time. This is the one. See, the display value changed here. Since that override display value they have given as a one, that's the reason it's one. If you go to the flip preview email, it should be like this one. If you click on this one, this is the one of the interview question. The interview may ask, how if the user click on the any URL, particular URL, I just want to redirect to the current incident in the from the email. So how I can achieve this one? So the incident. So this is the one dollar URI ref. We can do the same thing for it. I hope clear or any confusion. Very good. And the next email, what it contains. So till now, whatever the incident is created, next update we can see it. That means if the incident is assigned to some user, we need to send an email to the user. An incident has been assigned to you. So let's see how we can configure it. Configure, go to the notifications, incident assigned to. So now what I am going to do is incident assigned to. Incident assigned, when to send. Here the incident, once it is created incident, so that what happened, I'm clicking on the only updated, I'm not creating an incident inserted. And also I'm just making assigned to is not empty. That means it is filling something valuing L2 or assigned to changes. Assigned to, assigned is not empty, and sorry, or assigned to changes. So in this scenario we need to send an email We need to send an email to the user who will receive it. The next step, who will receive it, who has to receive it, assign to. This is the one. And next one, what it consent, the same concept, incident dollar, same number has been assigned to you. So we can write this. The mail subject, we can write the same thing on English. So dear, if you want to dear, or you can write a hi also here. The assign to, right? We can go to the assign to. So an incident has been assigned to you with the below details. Same thing, you can write the signature, everything we can write it. But here, since it is a incident, assigned to you with the below details. Now, see, now what happened? So what are the things we need to configure? So for example, we need to configure the, what we can say, so short description. I just want to describe the, where is the short, you can pick it here, or if you know directly you can write here, but better you can pick it from there. So short description, why? Because we have the what you can say, priority short description, and that category and the priority. So you can write any signature, anything we can write anyone. I'm not writing anywhere since we have already seen it. Thanks and regards, global IT support desk, and I'm saying here. So now what happened? We have already seen a few incidents. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign this instance to the any one of the user, Ben Tanglin, and save this. So Ben Tanglin here. Now we can check the emails. Let's wait for it is waiting some time. So I'm just refreshing. Why this email is not sent? So sometimes what happened is if the user is notification is not enabled, see, disable here the notification. That's the reason the email will not send to the user. You saw it right. If the user is, if you want to email has to send it in his profile, the notification has to always enable it. See here, this is the disable. So the email will not be configured here. So I'm just changing the group to software and we'll give a different user, ideal user, and I'm saving. If you want to check the preview, it should be like this one. The issue was email Sansirino has restricted a, oh my god, this forward load email also disabled. Oh my god, this also disabled. Forward loading. See, since their profile that it was disabled, the email will not be sent. If the email has to send it, always the user profile notification is should be the enable for it. This is the one. See, if you check that preview, it should be like this one. This should be the same for it. You got it? What to do for this? See here, if you click on the, if you open the email logs, from each email notification, it was triggered as visually. If you click on this one, it will it will trigger to the our incident email notification for this. Okay, you got it or any confusion still now? This is the basic thing about the email notification. The main thing, if you want to email has to send the user in this profile, the notification is always enabled, or else the email will not be sent to the user. Okay. Now this is the task. This is the class for today. Please note down the task. So right now, what happened? We have sent just create whenever if an incident is created, the user has to, the email has to send to the caller, and if the incident has created with the high priority, okay, one particular assignment group has to receive it, and apart from caller, one particular group has to receive it. Got it? See, from here you can create it a configure the group as a statically. You can add a group here statically. That's not a problem. But if the incident is wholly critical, high priority, then they needs to configure the same thing. This is the one step. And second one, if like that, if incident five priorities, five email notifications should be configured to the five different groups. This is the task number one. And incident created, we have already seen it, just created. Incident assigned also we have created. And if the incident state is configure changes to, if the incident state changes to on hold, and the, for example, if I change the on hold and the reason is awaiting caller, so then we need to send an email to caller with the this work notes and additional comments here, right? Additional comments and work notes should be visible on the email notification. This is the task number 3. The fourth task, whenever the incident is resolved, we need to send an email to the caller stating that incident has been resolved. Please update it with, if there is no update by 7 days, it will automatically close here. So this is the task for today. You need to finish it. I hope you guys has clear the task. Any confusion? Spandana, are you clear, right? She is not there, I think. Okay. So please do the task. If you complete this task, the email notifications you can easily understand the same thing. Okay. This is the basic things. We can go for the other steps. So this is the task for today. Any questions to today's task and